Narcissistic individuals don't do responsibility. They do pin the tail on the scapegoat and shift the blame onto anybody else other than themselves for their own manipulative and exploitative behaviours. And if at all possible, they will find themselves an alibi, they will find themselves an enabler that will validate their version of events so that the narcissistic individual simply doesn't see themselves as the problem. When it comes to narcissists, blame shifting is a common manipulative psychological mind game that they play to avoid taking responsibility for their mistakes, their faults, their actions, their behaviours. Instead of acknowledging who they are as a person and the things that they do wrong, they go all out to redirect blame, preferably onto a scapegoat to take the fall for their behaviour. Narcissists look to make it appear as though they are the victim rather than the perpetrator, and they look to make the victim to others to be the problem. It allows the narcissist to maintain their delusional state of perfection and superiority while avoiding the discomfort of admitting any wrongdoing on their part. Blame shifting for a narcissist helps preserve their self-image. Narcissistic individuals have a very fragile ego that cannot tolerate even constructive feedback. They want to be seen as perfect, and they're looking to sell that illusion to those around them. Therefore, they simply find somebody else to blame for anything that they perceive to be, well, not even they, anything that they think other people perceive to be imperfect. Narcissists look to avoid accountability. They don't want to take responsibility for their behaviour. It threatens their self-perception. So by blaming others, they can dodge responsibility and avoid facing any consequences for their actions. A win-win for a narcissist. Narcissists look to control the narrative. By shifting the blame, narcissistic individuals can easily adapt and manipulate other people's perceptions to work in the narcissist's favour, making it appear as though the narcissist is the wronged party, not the one at fault, so that the narcissist can gain enablers and flying monkeys to validate the narcissist version of events and often isolate the scapegoat from any form of support. Narcissists say an abundance of things to shift the blame. Any you notice, please add into the comments for people reading through. Now, one of the first lines of defence for a narcissist is they can just simply turn around and say, "You made me do it." Narcissists will go all out to twist situations to make it look like their actions were a direct result of someone else's behaviour and never their own. Whereby a victim might react negatively to a narcissist's reactive abuse, the narcissist acts all offended and the victim questions and doubts their own behaviour. Narcissists don't doubt themselves, they make other people doubt who they are and believe the narcissist lies. Narcissists look to imply that they had no choice but to act in a certain way, or that you deserve. A narcissistic individual can simply just turn around and claim that you deserved it, playing the martyr in the situation. They can claim that it was your fault. So instead of them taking ownership of their own behaviours, their own wrongdoings, a narcissist will accuse you of being the cause or the problem, even when it's completely unjust, to put you on the defensive and distract you from their behaviour. A narcissist wants to convince you that your emotional reactions to their actions are the problem, to distract you from the fact that the narcissist caused those emotional reactions within you. They can turn around and just claim, "If you hadn't, then I wouldn't." It's a classic line of defence from a narcissistic individual to avoid responsibility by suggesting that their actions were justified or provoked by you, thereby absolving themselves of any form of responsibility or any form of blame. They can turn around and just claim, "I'm sorry you feel that way," because they're not going to take responsibility for how they've made you feel. They're just going to gaslight you into thinking that your feelings are wrong. They can claim that you're too sensitive or that you're overreacting. So whenever you try to confront the narcissist about their hurtful actions, the narcissist will go all out to dismiss your feelings entirely, claiming that you're overreacting or you're being too emotional. However, with their double standards, they're allowed to react to a situation, but you are not. They look to invalidate your concerns and shift the focus away from their own behaviour. Narcissists rarely want to discuss what they did to hurt you. However, they will happily provoke a reaction so that they can discuss how you reacted to their behaviour. They can turn around and say everybody else thinks, everybody else agrees with me. Narcissists like to bring third people, real or imagined, into the situation to triangulate you, to divide and narcissists go all out to look to validate their perceptions and dismiss yours. Narcissists take you having a difference of opinion to them as you turning against them, and they look to bring you crashing down. They look to make you look like the problem. A narcissist can simply just claim, I was only joking. Confront them about their hurtful actions and behaviour. And a narcissist looks to minimise the impact by shifting the blame onto your reactions and accusing you of being unable to take a joke. That's not how it happened, or you're remembering things wrong. Narcissists look to gaslight your reality by challenging your perception of events, your memory, insisting that they didn't say something that they said, or they didn't mean it in that way. You're the one that can't take a joke. Narcissists look to shift the blame onto you by claiming that you misunderstood the situation or you misremembered the situation. Blame shifting is a key defense tactic used by narcissistic individuals, allowing them to protect their ego, to protect their fragile self-esteem, to avoid taking responsibility, to avoid being held accountable, to avoid consequences for their actions so that they can continue to manipulate and exploit and get their needs met by others. By using these kinds of phrases and many more, narcissists attempt to manipulate others into accepting responsibility for issues that the narcissist caused. Recognizing these tactics is crucial for managing interactions with narcissists so that you can maintain your own sense of reality and your own sense of self-worth. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description, and I do have a couple of one-to-one spots available. If you're looking for further reading, I have several books out on Amazon: How to Create Boundaries Around Those Who Have No Respect for Your Boundaries, a Narcissist Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, which is all about the criteria of the narcissistic individual and then their behaviours such as mirroring, future faking, devaluing, isolation, intimidation, their flying monkeys, Darvo. This is available on Amazon. I then have Hilarious and Horrifying Narcissistic Memes and Their Meanings, which is a relatively new book, which is all the quotes and memes that I've shared over social media over the past 6 or 7 years, and the meanings behind these, such as: a narcissist creates an environment of instability, insecurity, confusion, frustration and fear to influence you into living life on their terms. Then there is 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people, how to stay sane and break the chain, because it's not always possible to go no contact. And Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, a guided journal to recovery and empowerment, which is less about reading and more about writing, and it's all about self-awareness and acknowledgement, emotional healing, rebuilding your identity, empowerment and growth, building healthy relationships, creating boundaries and continuous progress. They are all available on Amazon if anyone would like to take a look at those. And the current offer is, if anyone is happy to purchase a book and leave a genuine 5-star review, the online breakthrough from narcissistic and emotional abuse course is available for free. Thank you very much for listening. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.